Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check, Bobcat.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Check that, street.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by Dayon Henley. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now.
On the jump.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Go.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kent, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Come on. Big Lion.
Robinson on the inside give. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the full.
And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So that right there, Brock, exactly what you want to start off a contest.
Opening drives are such tone setters. You come out flat as a group, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Herbert throwing right away. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Ready?
1st and 10, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. On the move, headed right. He can run it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lad McConkey. And it's 3rd down now.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. He's on the move. He takes it himself.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Hey, ram. Go. Moment to try.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the red zone now. He rolls to his right. And the defender comes away with it. And the Commanders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that up.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They didn't.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They run the counter. It's Hampton. The 20, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the pass.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
To throw is Daniels. Finding Ertz again. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Daniels. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They get this out quickly to the left side. Fights through and now a crease. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And this one's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well. Creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. In motion right is Brown. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Here's 2nd and 10. A first carry for Najee Harris. Yeah, boy, they are giving him nowhere to go these last couple plays as they send him back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
21.
From his own end zone, Herbert. Dancing to his left. That is caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Here's Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton, and taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one finds McConkey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's going to be met at about the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Herbert changing things up. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Deron Payne in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down.
Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa. Hey, go Lion. Really?
From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out of their own 1-yard line. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. In motion, the tight end. Herbert now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To the air again, Herbert. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To the air goes Daniels. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half. win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Up the middle they go. It's Hampton.
Down the right sideline.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr.
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He finds his man complete. That's Hampton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. On third down, Hampton. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Escapes the sack. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Conklin, a 16-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Ertz has it left side. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They rolled the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And I think the ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd and 10.
Hey, cancel.
Here's Herbert.
Being chased out left.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover. His guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good, hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Down the left sideline. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 64 yards. And the Commanders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes The other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Baylor Tigers. Set.
Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Go.
Now Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Set. Go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.